Stone Vet. I hit the ground running when I'm invading your country. And still with honor and discipline, throw my guns like onions.
What's up, guys? RNG here from the Stone Vet USMC. Super excited, dude. It's a new week. It's another great guest, dude. I'm super excited to be here with you guys, man. It's something like I tell you guys on a weekly basis, man. Hopefully by the time you see this, I got a new award. The Chronic Palooza Award for live podcast. Why? Because I'm the only one doing this. You can go check out those other podcasts. More power to them. It's great. But nobody's coming to you from a veteran standpoint. Nobody understands you, the veteran, that's tuned into this episode on a weekly basis, dude. 3 times a week. You get me on Wednesday with Veteran Trash Talk, Thursday with Vet Radio Syndicate, and then my own episode that I get to bring on great guests, great brothers in arms every Friday, dude. I'm super excited. Like, you guys see it, right? You guys see that beautiful gold Warhammer? You guys see it, right? You guys see it right here? What's that say? Winner. Top Marine Corps podcast, right? I can't do it without you guys that are listening in on a daily basis, dude. 3 times a week right now, which is great. And like I tell you guys, man, get out there. Veteran Podcast Awards coming back up in October. I'll be plugging it in whenever it's time to start voting. I need your help. I got to win it again. We can't let somebody else take this award from me, right? This is your podcast. I'm doing this for you guys on a regular basis, dude. I love doing this. Like I tell you guys, this is my counseling session. My wife My wife will tell you over at Season Crazy. She'll tell you, you hate counselors. I fucking hate counselors, dude. If you got a counselor, that's great, dude. I'm glad. I'm proud you got one. I wish I could find one. But every time I find one, they get another job or they move on, and then I got to reopen everything that I already went through. That's why I don't like counselors.
Done that.
But I got my brothers in arms here to come bullshit with me for at least an hour a day that can relate to me, that we understand each other on a regular basis, man. Thank you much. I want to give a huge shout out to my sponsor, Raffle 180. Raffle 180 provides you the best medicinal grade CBD on the market, hands down, like I tell you guys every day. What I love about it is that it's all processed here in Oklahoma City, dude. I can go to the lab and watch it be processed. Watch CBD be put in the jars that you guys take, right? As veterans, we suck at getting sleep. That's one thing I always stress about. We suck at getting sleep, right? We're average between 2 to 4 hours of sleep a night. If we're lucky, why not make that the best 2 to 4 hours of sleep you can get, man? If you go to raffle180.com, that's Romeo Alpha Papa Hotel Alpha 180.com. Right there on the first day it pops up, says time for sleep. Click that banner. Pulls up 2 amazing products. You got a CBN and a Night Ops, created by an Army veteran. Wow. Created by an Army Iraq War veteran.
That is very cool.
Which is great, right? How much relatable can you get, right? He knew he sucked at getting sleep, and he was like, I got to make something for my brothers to be able to get sleep.
I'm
right?
there. I'm one of those people.
Sometimes we can't take the oil because it messes up our stomach because we got all kinds of stomach issues, right? Serving in the military, we got stomach issues, right? And sometimes you can't take the oil, so they have a pill format. So you can take the pill format. And what's great about it is that it's not like Ambien. You take an Ambien, you got to sleep for like 18, 20 hours just to get the rest, right?
Right.
This here, it just turns off your brain. It's the natural CBD cannabinoids that help turn the brain off, so you can go to sleep. And then when you get up, you're just tired because you just didn't get enough fucking sleep, because we don't. But you're not tired, like you're not dragging like you would if you're taking a sleeping aid, right? Like if you take a sleep aid, you're dragging, right? It's not, you're not going to wake up pissing in the refrigerator, calling whoever.
Yeah, try Seroquel and get up.
Seroquel, right? And so, but go check out raffle180.com, man. And when you check out with the Stone Vet USMC, you get 15% off your entire purchase, which is great. Spend $85 or more, you get free priority shipping to your front door.
Wow.
That's better than Amazon, dude.
Amen.
Just saying, dude. I'm super excited, guys. I'm super excited to be here today, man. Like I said, I get a wonderful opportunity to interview another brother in arms, dude. And what's great, what I tell you guys about the Army guys, man. They love coming on the Stone Vet, man. The Army guys love the Stone Vet. Go talk to Trash Talk, man. Veteran Trash Talk will tell you, man.
Hey, I used to party with the Marine Corps in the Conneaut Bay. Anybody been up there when we hit the pitchers on the table 3 times and slam them? That was me from the Army base coming over there. Thank you.
I'm super excited to be here today, man. I've got the founder and creator of VETMAPS. You see that? VETMAPS, dude. James here, man. What's going on, brother? How you doing today?
Doing fantastic. Thank you for having me on.
Absolutely,
really do.
brother.
I appreciate it.
No, absolutely, brother. With everything that you're doing in our community, I've got to bring on more advocates. You guys know they've been watching the show this year, right? I'm in April. We're 4 months in now. And you guys that know my biggest push right now is for fighting for federal legalization and advocates, create advocates, right? Because in our country, we have 37 states where it's legal,
Yeah.
regardless if it's medicinal or adult use, however you want to look at it. But if you guys that are listening right now, if you guys live in a state and it's not legal, why? Why is that? Why is it that you guys are not out there trying to figure out how to get cannabis on your ballot? Because every state is different. Every state has a different process on how to get stuff put on a ballot. Why is it that you guys are not advocating in your area, right? If you can't make it to the capital, that's fine, right? You have to start locally where you live, in the city, in the county that you live in. You have to start there. And then you allow them to hear your voice, because guess what? They're going to start sending that shit to the capital. Like, hey, so-and-so, fucking Sergeant G out in fucking Moore, Oklahoma in Cleveland County, this motherfucker will not leave me alone. You know? Yeah. He will not leave me alone. And he keeps knocking on my door 3 times a week saying, why the hell are we not doing this? So I'm coming to the Capitol to say, hey, why are we not doing this, right?
I'm doing the same thing. I'm having events, and I'm inviting out both parties.
Right.
And I voted out both. And one didn't show, the other one did. I'm trying not to be political about this at all. Yeah. I'm for veterans. And that's what, I literally, that part of this, cycle, I never thought I'd be here.
Right.
Dude, I'm retired.
It's crazy, right?
I'm retired from the Air Force, okay?
It's crazy to think, right?
I followed the rules. I was addict alcoholic as a child. From 5 years old to 24, or 21, anybody that knows me, I was addict alcoholic as hell. I joined the military, became alcoholic because you couldn't smoke or anything else. After the military, I got into a treatment center, the VA. I sobered up. I literally sobered up, and I didn't do anything for many years. I was just in 12-step program, raised 4 kids, never seen me drink or drug. And then I had an injury. I got prescribed hydrocodone. I was already with the VA on different medications for anxiety and stuff. But once this happened, I added hydrocodone to the chemical mix, and I added morphine to the chemical mix of already Seroquel and Trazodone and Cymbalta and Prozac and all the other shit that was out there, and I was getting large quantities of it. Mm-hmm. And boy, I tell you, and it just was on and on over a period of time. And I went from a very reputable person, I thought, raising a solid family and church-going people, to a family that I felt ashamed to be the dad. The family was great. I was the fuck up. Right. I brought it down. I brought down the family. And I tore it apart. I tore apart my family. My son Brendan, still we don't talk. My son Anthony, we talk, and he has friends on Facebook. Hannah, the same. Me and my son Nathaniel, he's the one that, after I couldn't do opioids anymore, after I overdosed, after I took an 150 Neurontin and checked out, or resuscitated for 12 hours in a coma for 3 days. When I come out, I knew I couldn't do opioids anymore.
No, absolutely. And that's one of the biggest things that nobody ever talks about, right? Everybody understands that we have the 22 veterans in the nation, right? Oklahoma is the highest, sitting at 27 a day, right? As we're sitting here communicating, talking with each other, we got a brother or sister taking their life right now.
Yep.
Why? Because they're hopeless. They never found their purpose. They never found a reason to continue pursuing, right? Like you said, never in your wildest dreams did you ever think, I'm going to create an app dealing with cannabis to help veterans. At all, right? And this is one of the biggest things. This is why I tell you guys, this is why I'm a massive advocate, because when I started this a year ago, I had no idea which way I wanted to go. My goal was to help veterans find a purpose. Because when you get out of serving, it's like, what the fuck do I do now, right? What is it do I do? What is it that I can do? I was a combat engineer. Right. I was an engineer. I was a freaking an 11 Bravo, 12 Bravo, 13 Bravo, right? How do I transfer that over into a civilian?
That's tough.
Right? What is my purpose now? And that's what I try to tell people. There's a difference between being enlisted and being an officer. Being an officer, you got to go to college. You got to figure out who you were while you was in college, right?
Right.
And you got a degree. And then you got to serve, right? You got to serve in the military. And now, as an enlisted, it's harder because you're right out of high school. You didn't get a chance to live. You went straight out of high school and said, I got to get out of where I'm at.
Yep, joined.
Right? And joined, making the lowest pay, some of the lowest pay in the country.
Yep.
right? But you got away from home. You got away from everything that was getting you in trouble.
That's a brotherhood.
You know, and got into a brotherhood that you've never had before. But after you serve your time, whether it's 4 years, 14 years, or 40 years, what do you do now? Right?
Right. And all of us individually are lost.
Lost.
That's why this thing, we're talking about VETMAPS.
Right.
I'm literally this thing when it gets up and running, and I'm still working on it.
Right.
But it's going to put a 24/7 suicide room. You ever tried calling the VA, their 1-800 number? And
I've heard horrible stories.
Well, I'm not going to go there because I don't want to.
Right.
Not at all. That's not my goal. I don't want to hurt people, but they can't meet this veteran's medical needs.
Right.
Okay?
No, absolutely.
They can some. There is some they can. Okay, but for the needs that I have for the THC,
no, and I completely.
they can't go there because federally
it's illegal, right? Yeah.
And I get that, but that's where the stigmatization's got to go. And I'm pretty sure that VA is not set up for doctors to handle giving out THC to veterans.
No, absolutely
So they
not.
need to figure out a way to where they can give us like a card or something to where, okay, you can't have opioids, but we'll give you the amount of money you're spending on these drugs through our big
Similar
pharma
to how
companies.
Canada's doing it.
Yeah, and then you can go get your cannabis through a dispenser of your choice.
Yeah.
You know, I'd love for something like that to happen.
And that's one thing that's one thing
the
that's being worked
dispensaries
on.
know.
Right?
A lot of dispensaries know what to give you. Not all of them.
Not all of them, but yeah.
There's trained technicians out there, and I'll name several of them. If you want good technicians, I know where they are.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's one thing that Canada does. If you guys have been following me for a while, like I said, I'm associated with Weed for Warrior Project, Veteran Action Council, freaking Hellman Valley Grow Company. These people is something that, similar to how Canada, they're trying to set us up as veterans the way Canada has taken care of their veteran community, right?
That is cool.
They allot them so much money a day to be able to go out and get their medicine, right? And they reimburse them.
Right.
So they reimburse them up to a certain amount,
And
right?
that's
Which is great, right? Because I mean, it's not in Oklahoma. Weed's cheap. I'm sorry, guys. In Oklahoma, weed is cheap right now, right? Because there's such an abundance, right?
Well,
because we're the only ones in the country, right? I had Eric Stamper from Veteran Action Council out of Maryland. He owns Veteran Initiative 22, and he is like, because he asked me, he's like, how many grows do you have in your state? I said 9,500. He said, are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah,
I was like,
there's
yeah.
a lot. There's a lot of growth.
He's like, how many dispensaries? I was like, 2,500. He's like, you got to be freaking kidding me. I said, no.
Yeah,
I said, there is at least 100 dispensaries per county in this freaking state, dude. Like, in the whole state, and every county has at least one dispensary, guaranteed.
Oklahoma County's got like fucking 5,000.
5,000 easily, dude. It's insane, right? But I tell him, I said, so right now, if you guys listen to the news, if you guys listen to anything in the cannabis community, you guys will see that Oklahoma is leading the way in a lot of things, right? Granted, our program is broke. It's tremendously broke.
Well, the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing is because the dispensaries that give discounts, or anybody that gives a discount to a veteran on cannabis, I want to connect them with that website at no charge to them.
Right.
Corporations that make the extracts, and I'm not going to name out names, but there is one dime. They give me money for the Lettuce Bar dispensary gig. I gave it directly to Better Bloom. They got me cards for veterans, 11.
That's awesome.
This last weekend, 11 cards for veterans free. To date, I got 20. And Bloom Cannabis in Midwest City, he has over 250.
Yeah.
He's got a way lead on me, but I'm going to catch you, man. I'm going to catch you.
He's going to catch you,
I'm going to catch your ass. But, yeah, I really feel like the veterans that need to get off opioids and find a different way. This is an exit drug. It's not your on ramp to other drugs. This is your exit drug, guys. Alcohol, acid, quaaludes, speed, blah 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 blah. That was the drugs that took me where I was.
No, absolutely. And that's
cannabis is bringing me sanity, helping me.
And
I've lost over 110 pounds, dude. That was 300.
Yeah.
I'm 194.
No shit.
It took me 4 years, but my friends, when I first started doing this, I tried a different way to help veterans. I really did. I tried to go to all these cannabis places. I was roadieing with Keith Williams, Highway 420 band, and I was trying to figure out a way dispensaries could help veterans, and the dispensaries are barely making them themselves, some of them from what they would say. So I thought, well, if I'm going to do this, I got to go up to another level. Get the people above them that supply the stuff to help sponsor the vets that are veteran friendly. This is donations. This is not, this is on you. If you want to help me get these veterans their cards, you want to help me build this website to put them in contact with affordable cannabis, please do so.
And what's great about this is that it's not just a staple for Oklahoma. You can do this nationwide.
Oh, this is nationwide.
It's a nationwide thing. Like,
and I'm not competing with anybody. This here, I'm not trying to compete with anybody. I just see a need for veterans no one's really out there advocating for veterans in this area, and we need low cost. We need cards in the hands of veterans so that they can get the medicine, because it's expensive.
It is.
And the VA will say, here's your script. Here's your script. How much it cost you? Nothing. So cost free, cost not free, but the cost wasn't free. They're getting Big Pharma to pay for that. Okay, Big Pharma, I don't know how much the VA is paying them for so many Seroquel in a bottle or so many this in a bottle, but I guarantee you, pot's probably cheaper than that bottle of drugs that you just bought.
No, absolutely, guys.
I'm sorry, I'm just.
And no, but this is one of the things, right? You guys know me. This is one of the things I'm always advocating for is building advocates, having people in our community that can relate, right? Like a lot of people, they're scared to get out there and talk.
Oh yeah,
they're scared to freaking get up. But like you said, when you started using cannabis,
a lot of employees piss test. They can't. Veterans, they can't even say, "Hey, James, I need a card." They can't say it out loud, but I'll see them. Mm-hmm. They can't say it out loud because if they do, and they get caught piss test, they're fired.
Yeah,
this is such bullshit.
Which is actually bullshit.
Oh,
right?
they got to get off it.
And this is one of the things that we keep telling you guys, that we keep talking about, and we keep advocating for, is that we have to stand up. Right. My biggest goal right now is to, whenever Congress decides to vote on this, I want to have 100 freaking veterans on the floor when they vote.
Me too.
I want to have people on the Capitol when they're voting. I want to look them in the face, and when they say no, I want to say why.
I'll be there.
Why are you voting? Why are you telling me no, that I can't have medical freedom to use my medicine that I want to use? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I want you to look me in the face and tell me, this combat veteran, why I can't smoke weed. I work for the federal government too, just like you, sorry SOBs that are out here smoking on a regular basis. Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm going to do this right.
But this is one of the things, though. This is one of the things I keep telling you guys about, is that we have to have our voices heard. This is one of my biggest things, is ensuring that we get the medicine that we need. It's about medical freedom. I don't want to take Seroquel. I don't want to take Trazodone. I don't want to take all this shit, right? All these opioids, right?
Yeah.
I had a conversation with my uncle. He's an Air Force veteran. He was in a long time ago, like in the 70s and 80s, right? And I told him, and he's like, I'm against cannabis. I said, why? I said, because the government told you? No, not because the government told me. He said, because of the cartel and the drug and the gangs. Because of the government.
Yeah.
If the government didn't have their hand in it, the cartel and the gangs wouldn't be selling it. Right? When you're taxing cannabis, freaking 20, 30, 40%, the black market's going to prosper.
Of course they are.
I said, I have a guy that I talked to. He's like, look what I just bought off the street. Prepackaged cannabis. Prepackaged cannabis. Told him the terpenes, how much CBD was in it, how much THC was in it. Prepackaged. He said, he ain't making no money in the dispensaries. So the black market sell it then.
Yeah.
But that's what happens when the government has their hand in the pot and they want to make their money, right?
Yep.
That's what happens. And this is one of the things the black market will prosper as long as the government has their hand in the pot.
And
right?
That's the way it's going to work.
And it sucks. It sucks.
I know,
right?
it does.
It sucks, right?
Very much. These people here, the people at the dispensaries and stuff, they're trying to survive.
Right.
They're trying to survive. And it's so much oppression on them. I mean,
and right now in Oklahoma, it's so cheap, right?
Yeah, the inspections. Yeah, that too. And
right now,
it's a lot of dispensers are like, please, customers, come on in. It is bad.
It's bad.
And it's hurting them. And I don't know. I guess because there may be too many right now.
Right now, right? Yeah,
too many. Other places you talk to them at the States and they're like, "Oh shit, I'm paying."
Yeah,
I'm paying
$60,000.
Yeah, I'm paying 35 grams. Like, damn.
$60,000 to start a grow operation in Oklahoma. $2,500 gets you started.
Yeah,
$2,500. But I was like, no, it should be a pay to play. Yeah. $20,000-$30,000 to start a grow. It should.
Well, my concern
that will weed out. That would weed out the corrupt Chinese coming in and fucking growing weed.
My concern is that I don't want the government to take over this.
No.
I don't want them to take over any of the cannabis industry. You've done pretty much damage to everything else you've done. Just leave it alone.
And that's one of the things, and that's one of the things I told my wife about. I said, because regardless, when Congress approves it, it is still up to the state to make a determination.
The states need to take care of this.
It's still up to the state to make a determination if they're going to have it or if they're not. And this is why I keep telling you guys that on a weekly basis, that why have you not advocated to get it legalized in your state?
Well, like
you
I
know
said,
what I'm saying?
I invited Bryce. I invited a couple. Sorry, and but anyways, I want them out there. I want their opinions. I want everybody involved. It's going to take both sides. This far left, this far right.
Yeah, it don't matter. It's like I tell you guys, I don't care.
Consider us guys that are dying and come together at some point.
Absolutely.
Just
and this is
come
one of the
together.
things I told my wife.
No
I said,
partisans.
regardless
No
in Congress, I don't care if it's the left wing. I don't care if it's the right wing. I don't care.
Just wing together.
Legalize
Wing together
it
for us, guys.
Legalize cannabis. Legalize cannabis and figure it out later. Just like anything else. We pass bills regularly. We always passing bills, but they're always messed up. And then we go back and give an amendment. Let's put this. Okay, let's do this. Just legalize cannabis. Hands down, legalize it, get it out of the Schedule 1 drug, legalize it, and then figure it out later. Okay.
That's what
we want to do this. You know, my supervisor came up to me because he knows how
I love your advocacy for it too. I mean,
no, absolutely. Because at work, so I work for the Air Force. You guys know this. You've been following me. I work for the Air Force. I work for a 2-star general in the Air Force, right? Here in Oklahoma.
retired.
and my boss came up to me. He said, "This bill's not going to pass Congress in the Senate." I said, "Why?" He said, "Because Senate apparently has their own bill and they're asking a 25% tax." I said, "Where are you reading this, dude? Like, where?" I have looked. I have Google search. You guys know me. I am constantly researching, doing this because I want to see where the next step is, right? And I was like, I have not seen one bill. And I was like, where are you getting this information from? I said, this is the problem with people who don't actually go and conduct research to see how accurate is.
First of all, federal government give a shit about how it'll take care of us.
Right.
They give a shit about the profitability off of the cannabis.
No, absolutely.
We don't care if you guys are getting well or dying. We need your tax money.
That's it. That's
you can
all,
have
that's all
some,
they're worried
but don't
about.
take it all. Come on, man.
That's all they're worried about
Shit.
is how can I get paid off of this?
Yeah.
That's the biggest downfall of this cannabis bill is Congress wants to know how can I get paid off of this?
Change my mind. Show me
Right.
that you care about us and not care about taxes and not care. I will pay some. My goal is I want you, the state, maybe even the federal government, if you decide to legalize it federally, to pay for the cards for the veterans.
Right.
Not even have them have, all they got to do is be a veteran, and they should be able to get cannabis in a store without even having to pay.
That's the
yearly
biggest
fee.
struggle because right now this is our generation right now.
If they need,
I mean,
if they go in and want cannabis over opioids, you should let them go in and buy it.
right.
You're going to give them a 6-month waiting list or to find a doctor and everything.
Right.
They're going to go find opioids and be on their way.
Right,
You know?
absolutely.
I'm sorry, but
And that's the way the VA is. That's the way the VA has always been. That's what I tell people. I said I can go to the VA and get any medication I want.
yeah, and
know
it's a
what I'm
fact. It's a fact.
And
And now they'll probably shut off us because we said that, but I don't get anything anyway. So
right, and
peace
it
out.
works out. And they send me, like I said, like I told you guys, I've been doing spring clean. I'm still trying to get all this. I got to break down some boxes. I got to get a lot of this crap out of here. But I took out 3 contractor grade trash bags of opioids that the VA had given me, and I was like, I don't take this shit.
Or some of the ones they give you, I'm just curious.
Fuck, I can't even. I have to look at it and see. I don't take it. They mail it to me. I don't even take them.
Say mine were,
You know,
yeah,
were horrible. Hydrocodone,
This-
Paxil, freaking Prozac, all that shit.
Circle, Prozac.
Yeah, all that shit. You know, and I was like,
Well, that's all they know. That's all they know.
it.
That's nothing against the VA guys, but when you have a psychiatrist that sees you for maybe a year, 6 months, whatever, like he said, and then says, "Hey, I got to go down to Dallas now because my next job is I got to work on my pediatrics or my whatever."
Whatever, yeah,
they
yeah,
go
yeah.
to another. They go to another place, and so you lose that psychiatrist. You got to start your whole story
No,
over
you
again.
get this, dude.
And I'm like, come on, I got to start my story over again. And
no,
then finally was
it
like,
sucks, dude. So
I'm
get
done.
this, get
I'm
this.
done.
So before COVID happened, right? So like at the beginning of COVID, I had three counselors and 2 psychiatrists, right? I had 3 counselors and 2 psychiatrists, and my counselor retired. The other one moved on. She was like an intern. She moved on to something else and whatever, you know. And then so what happened was she retired. And I was like, motherfucker, dude. So I'm gonna put you in. She's like, but you're gonna have to go through the in processing. If you guys have been through in processing at the VA for mental health, it sucks.
strip.
I went in 2009.
Oh, that's the later down when you go to the 8th floor.
Yeah.
You ever been there? Yeah, I've been there twice.
And so I went there and I did it back in 2009 when I got out. It was like a 2-week course I had to go through
Okay.
to get a counselor. I went through it, right?
Serenity House for a month.
Yeah. And so
Not far away, huh?
So I was pissed. So they scheduled me for an appointment, right? And I was like, why did the VA? And I looked at the time. I said an hour and a half. It's like an hour and a half for a VA appointment. I said, what the fuck is this, right? So I accepted the invite, you know, and I was at work on this day, on March 29th. I was at work. I got the call. I was like, fuck, 2 o'clock. I said, so I went downstairs in the hallway because I was at work, right? I just wanted to see what it was. And so I answered it. And I told the lady, I said, what is this for? And she said, oh, this is intake for mental health. I said, do I have to go through intake for mental health? I've been with you guys since 2009. and you're telling me that I have to do this again? I was like, is this going to take an hour and a half? She's like, yeah, probably. I said, I am currently at work right now. You guys did not schedule. You guys scheduled it and never let me know what it was for. You know, and this is a contractor.
Yep.
Through the VA that lives in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, I've had calls a lot, and
And
they said I missed because of my.
And she's like, here, take down my number. I took down her number. I said, this is the number to the VA. This is not your direct line. So if I need to call somebody, if I'm in a suicide hotspot, you want me to call the VA? Why? For them to tell me to call somebody else?
Yep.
I said, this is bullshit. I said, you know what? I'm not even mad at you. I'm mad at the simple fact that you are not going to go to your manager, your supervisor, and let him know that you're fucking another veteran again. Like, if I can't take this call right now, when's my next available that you can see me? June. I said, it's March fucking 29th. You're telling me you cannot schedule me again for June? She's like, yeah. I was like, this is what's wrong with the VA. And the sad part is you're a government employee. And guess what? I know your train of thought because I'm a government employee.
Yeah, and I was a government employee.
Your train of thought is, I'm getting paid anyways. Right?
And it's sad.
What does it matter if I can't help this guy? I'll just go fucking try to help somebody else, right?
Yeah.
But you're telling me from March 29th till June what, right? It's taking 2 weeks. I just got a call because they want to reschedule me. I said, no, why? I said, why are you going to reschedule me? She's like, do you want to see a counselor outside of the VA? Well, absolutely. If I can, yeah. I would try to go. I'd rather find a counselor who does this for a living versus a government contractor. Because you guys that are in government contracting, I know you guys' train of thought. You're getting paid regardless. It don't matter. You just got to put in your hours. And you get paid. Right?
Well, I like you said, I'm on more the aspect of brotherhood.
Right.
I don't need their mental health anymore. We got our mental health.
This is
That's
it.
going to be a chat room. This is going to be something that...
And that's great with your... Go ahead and tell the people a little bit about VETMAPS. What was your intent? What's your intent of VETMAPS?
Well, my intent is to have a place where veterans can go on a website to find inexpensive weed or affordable weed in their area, like dispensaries that will give them discounts with their dispensaries. I'm looking to... make it to where there's a 24/7 little buzz right now. Get back 24/7 suicide brain, but there'll be like the terpene chart you're talking about. That'll be in there. Anything related to cannabis will be as best I can veteran related, but veteran related cannabis and stuff that will help veterans. Different strains of weed help with PTSD. Different strains of help with the terpenes and stuff. Once we find out this genetic testing that we do on our cannabinoid system. That's my next goal is to get into this technology of the cannabis industry because there's so much. Why do you think we got a cannabinoid system? We don't have an opioid system, guys. We got a cannabinoid system. And there's a reason for it.
Right.
And if we can find the right strains to put into our bodies, the right strains, and make it to where, because it doesn't have to be mind altering, but it can make you feel better. Your arthritis,
that's the biggest thing, right?
And everybody's like, oh, there's dope smoking. Yeah, that's happening. There's party, but they do that anyways.
Right.
This is for veterans. I'm talking about helping us.
And that's one of the biggest things, right? And that's why I do the show, right, guys? You guys watch this show. You guys have been watching this enough. That's why I try to educate you guys. It's not about the THC content. Is it nice to get high? Yeah, I enjoy being high. I enjoy being high. When I was able to smoke, I was high all day long. I enjoyed that, though. But my thing was finding pain relief. Right. Understanding how the endocannabinoid system works, right? Understanding how CBD, CBG, THC, THCV, THCA.
And that's going to be
right.
In there.
What is it? How can that help me, right? Like I said, when I smoke, there's times where I will blend CBD flower and THC flower together just so I can get that perfect high. I got the head shift, so I'm not thinking about all the shit that's going on in life. I got the body high when my body doesn't hurt, right?
Then that's what we're talking about.
Serving in the military, guys, your body hurts.
Jumping out of airplanes.
Helicopters. Your knees, your hips, your shoulders, your back, all
just
that
jumping.
Shit hurts, right?
Jumping,
you get up just to walk around, you're like, man, I fucking hurt, dude. Like, I'm hurting today. But if you can find that perfect blend, you're like, damn, I'm not hurting right now.
No, and you're not mind altered either. You're
focused on what you want to do and get done for the day.
We would like to give a huge thanks to Rafa 180. Rafa 180 offers pure medicinal CBD and products made locally. They walk alongside individuals to achieve a healthy lifestyle with options needed by each person. You can learn more about them on Facebook at Rafa CBD, their website www.rafa180.com, or email at rafacbd@gmail.com. They truly believe your journey matters.
You know, in these events, you know, these veterans, they have nothing. I mean, they have nothing. People say, well, they, you know,
all they want to do is get high.
Well, they got raided. They got raided. A lot of them think that they're rich. I can take you to a person, Dave and his wife, that they're paying $650. He's the vet, lives up here in Northeast 23rd and Post, having tough times. I got his card for him. He's ever so grateful. And I was like, no, I'm glad that you were able, and I try to help him out what I can. His name's Alan, and his neighbor's Dave, and he's a Purple Heart Marine Corps vet, one of them, and then the other one, Alan's Army. But they're both right there in this trailer park that's really poor. So don't tell me veterans are rich.
No,
they get all
and that's what I was trying to tell my uncle. My uncle was like, I talked to these vets who are 100%, and he's like, they're rich. I was like,
yeah,
rich off of what? I said, they make $3,200 a month.
Yeah, and there are some that are benefiting. I mean, yeah, and that's not even rich. It's just you're getting by. You're getting by.
That's $40,000 a year.
And they deserved it.
Right.
And so my deal is a lot of us didn't go. I'm not rated. My brother John, 19 years, he's not rated. All I want cannabis. I don't want any money from you.
Right.
I want
to be able to go and get medicine.
So I can take care of myself. I may not need you so much anymore. You should be happy at that.
Right.
You would think,
absolutely.
right?
No, absolutely. And that's what it's about, is understanding, right? And I gotta tell you guys, I mean, there's a time and place. Do you want to get freaking blasted? Do you want to get so fucking stoned? There's a time and place, dude. You can do that, right? Yeah. The great thing about it, though, you're gonna go to sleep and you're gonna wake up feeling even better, right? Versus somebody who drinks a fifth of Jack or fucking Hennessy or whatever they want to drink.
I guarantee you, I could smoke a joint 2 hours from now. I'll drive my car, or 3 hours, whatever the time limit until I come down. I can drive my car and be just fine. You drink a fucking fifth of whiskey and see if you don't
get down the fucking street, right?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah,
you know,
and you can preach to me all you want. I've seen alcohol tear apart my family. 6 alcoholic brothers and sisters older than me. My dad alcoholic. All of us alcoholic addict, except for my dad. All recovering. My sister just passed about 2.5 months ago, but yeah, it tore up our family. Tore our family up alcohol.
And it does.
And military. My dad. Okay, grandfather buried in Belgium. Nazis got him. Never came home. Dad, 101st Airborne, Korea. Brother John, 82nd Airborne, Vietnam, 19 years. Me, combat engineer, peacetime, thank God. My son, Afghanistan. Brendan, he doesn't talk to me. He was a military police officer, big boy. But I don't think he understands what I'm going through with the opioid, switching over to THC, and he had a hard life with me. So I get it, and I apologize to him dearly. I love my son Brendan, and I love my son Anthony and Hannah.
And that's understanding, is breaking the stigma, right? Because I got a brother.
My family, it's tearing them apart because they got so many other people that work the base, and he works the base, and they can't be affiliated with anybody that gets high, I think.
And that's the freaking disgusting thing about it, right?
And so everybody's like secretly going, "Oh, it's okay, but it's not okay," and it's like. And I'm just mind fucked sometimes. Right. I really am. I just have to sit there and go, and I'm sorry, guys. Mind fucked is just something that.
No, and it's disgusting, right? So I got a brother, Matty. He's a Navy vet, and he's a huge cannabis advocate in Illinois. He's a massive cannabis advocate, and one of the biggest things is that, right, guys, this is the stigma that's stuck on cannabis, right? A lot of people look at it and you're like, "Fuck, dude, he smokes weed."
Yep.
You drink, motherfucker, like. What's the difference, dude?
Yeah, and the
difference is mine. I will come down in a couple of hours. You're gonna be drunk past a couple of hours.
And I'm not knocking them, dude.
If you want to drink, that's fine, dude. But don't knock it.
I can't.
I can't. Yeah, I can't drink either. I don't enjoy it. I've tried it. I've tried a couple of. I'll have a beer like once in a while, or a small little mixed drink. But like it's like 1 or 2, and that's it. I'm like, I'm good. I don't want no more.
Well, I break out when I drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, I break out windows and doors and all kinds of shit. So it's better.
It's better not to, right? Yeah. But that's one of the things, guys, is that our job as veterans is to help break the stigma on a plant.
Yeah.
If you look at it, hands down,
please,
it's a plant.
If nothing else in this show,
look right there, right? Look, it's a plant. That's all it is a plant. Please you go outside. I got weeds in my yard right now. It's a plant. Right? That's all it is. And our job is to break the stigma on this plant.
This saves lives. And
It saves lives.
It does.
It literally saves lives. Right?
Mine. I mean, and my friends, there's people, like I said, there's veterans out there that can't say their names that are advocates, 100% advocates, and they're like, we can't say nothing because we're like,
Whatever.
if we do, yeah, somebody will come follow us and piss test us, whatever. That's their fear. So it's like, it's sad that they can't get involved, but they're out there. They're all out there. You wait till we vote. You'll see how many are out there. They just can't tell you now. But
Right.
when we go to the vote, they'll be there.
No, and they will
They'll
be.
be
Right?
there.
They'll be there, yeah.
Like when we voted in medical marijuana. Some people never vote in their lives. The only box they checked was yes on medical marijuana.
That was it.
Yeah, the only box. And so I'm telling you now, that could be like that again. It could be a wave in November of people that show up and check a box this time.
Just to vote. Just legalize
Yes,
it.
just to vote.
You know,
and
and
I'm all about it, man. Get out and vote.
No,
Get out and vote.
absolutely. And that's the
Both
biggest
parties,
thing, guys.
whatever party. Vote.
That's the biggest
Freedom.
things, guys, is understanding like what is it is as for us to be breaking this stigma on a plant, right? Like right now, the shit that's going on in Congress right now, like the House, everybody knows the House passed it, right? And Senate is sitting on it. But Senate is wanting Schumer and Nadler and fucking Booker. They're wanting to make sure that because they need 10
They want something.
they need 10 Republicans to vote yes on this, right? And they're there. They just have to find them, right? And my biggest thing is that, guys, that I need your help to make contact with those senators, with those U.S. senators in your state, and let them know the importance of why this needs to be legalized, right?
And if they don't understand,
Go to them. Make
know,
a trip if you have to. Make a trip
I
to
would
the
really
Capitol.
like them to understand.
Right, make a trip to at the Capitol and say, "Hey, dude, I want to sit down and talk with you for a minute. You know, I've got to talk to you. If you don't want to talk to me, that's fine. I'll just go out to the rest of the veteran community and let them know that you didn't have time for me.
By myself or by ourselves, we're nothing.
We're nothing.
You put us in numbers like we're doing,
Right.
and we keep building our numbers. We're gonna see you guys. I guarantee you.
Absolutely.
We'll see you, and we will be a voice. I just really think you guys could do stuff now to keep us from having to do stupid stuff like having to stand on your Capitol steps.
Absolutely.
And it would be really nice to be at home and know that you're taking care of its veterans without me having to go down there and do that.
Absolutely. And this is one of the things that we have to get. We have to send this stuff out. Like this content. That's why I tell you guys to like, subscribe, and share to this content. When the new content comes out, you guys can see it. What's RNG talking about this week? Who's RNG bringing on the show this week, right? Because this year, my whole focus, every guest is an advocate. Every guest is doing something in the cannabis community.
And I
Why?
thank you so much.
Because this is what it's supposed to be about, because nobody else is doing this. You can go look at other podcasts. I went on Spotify and I looked up cannabis content. It's about growing. I found one. They didn't even talk about cannabis. They talk about getting high. And they're talking about the politics that's going on with like the whole fucking Will Smith shit. And I was like, this is not even, you're not talking about cannabis. You're not
Exactly.
talking about advocating. You're not talking about why it's important. You're not talking about THCV. You're not talking about CBD. You're not talking about the medicinal benefits of cannabis, right? And it helps. It saves lives. And a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people think that cannabis is a gateway drug.
No, it was my way out.
It's an exit drug.
for
Yeah.
me. And I'm going to tell you now, let me tell you about this Lettuce Bar dispensary. We just had that thing out there, an event, and it was amazing. We got 11 veterans their cards, guys. 11. And we
At
also,
VETMAPS at the event that he threw.
And we got 11 veterans their cards for free. We have $600 at a Better Bloom Wellness. You get a hold of me. We'll get you in contact with Better Bloom. As much as funds are there, I will get you a card. I love to do it. It makes me happy, fills my heart. You know, I can't bring back anybody from the grave, but I damn sure can keep people maybe from getting there
From
too
going
soon.
into the grave, right?
Yeah,
Going into the
and
grave.
we had such a success out there. 27 people got their card that day.
That is awesome.
And so with this event, they asked us to come back in 3 months and do it again. And all the vendors that were out there with me this time, Dime, and there was Edible, and I wish I remember their name. Sorry. Anyways, the people that were out there are going to be with us again.
That's awesome.
And they're going to, Scars Coffee, shout out to them. Then Lettuce Bar Dispenser at Exotic Cannabis. These people are fucking amazing people. And you're going to see.
Absolutely,
You're going to see.
brother.
You got to go see Exotic Cannabis.
I'm gonna go check out exotic cannabis.
Genetic nuts, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely be checking out exotic cannabis. I'm gonna definitely be
Midwest
going out there
City.
to do that. Right. I'm gonna go check them out and talk to them. I'm gonna have them as a guest, dude. They're veterans as well.
Yes.
I'm gonna have them on the show definitely, and hopefully here.
My
before
show will
too
probably
long.
rate the last.
No,
after
man,
you get
no.
them, it's like they'll be. Oh my god, those guys
No
are.
way.
They're wild. They're cool.
Yeah.
And they're 100%. They're veterans, and Oh, I love them. I can't tell you how much I love those people.
No, absolutely.
They're cool. And
Absolutely.
Crystal Himes, Chet, shout out to all you guys. There's so many people. Sorry.
No, you're great, brother. No,
That might
and
be-
this is what it's about, guys. Is that one of the things you guys know I stress about is that we have to build our community around us.
Yes, and we are.
We have to, right? And like I said, you, James, you just started this, right? You just started your
Just
journey
started,
in the
yeah.
cannabis community, right?
Just actually
it's
started.
insane, right?
It is.
It's crazy. Like I've been
Yeah.
doing this for about 2 years now.
I don't want any sides either. I don't want to take sides with this or this. This
No.
is for veterans, guys. This is for veterans. So I know that you want to pull this or that way, and I say shout out to these people, but I really want everybody's participation, everybody's help. Can't even talk, but everybody's helping us because we can do this.
No, we can do this together, right?
yeah.
It's like I said, guys. Once you grow your community, like you said, James, we're stronger in numbers, right? Whenever we get together, we can make shit happen, right? And this is one of the biggest things that I keep telling you guys about is that in your community, wherever you live, here in Oklahoma, dude, I'm telling you guys, my community is massive here in Oklahoma.
is.
I've got stretch all over from Tulsa down to Lawton, freaking out as far east, as far west. I've got people everywhere. It's like Sarn G, I need some help. What you need help with, dude? I got you. Go talk to this guy.
Yeah, that's what
This
I do.
guy can help you.
That's what I do.
You know what I'm saying?
I put people in contact
I
with
put
the
people in other people that are doing the same thing
Yeah.
because that's what we're supposed to be doing is growing our community.
Yeah.
I said this guy was great
There
to me.
ain't even so much cannabis. There's other things that these people do. They build signs, or they do this, or they do that,
Yeah.
and they may have been retired military guys that are looking for, and they come in and they start making these wooden seats that look like cannabis leaves, and they actually have a job again. They're selling them for $400,
Right.
and actually have a. I mean,
Right.
cannabis has developed an industry of its own of helping veterans to get jobs and
Right.
do shit. That's wild. I mean, I've seen that through the cannabis
Yeah,
company.
no, absolutely, man. It's great, dude, to be able to be doing this stuff. I mean, with what you're doing with VETMAPS and stuff. I mean, hell, look at this guy. This guy is in. You guys don't know. Like here in Oklahoma, this is one big thing. I don't know how big they are.
They're
this-
one of four.
This is Herbage. This is Herbage Magazine.
They're
dude.
nationwide.
Nationwide.
They have
Herbage
They have a
Magazine.
TV station. They are
TV
solid.
station,
Shout out.
podcast, everything. Herbage right here. This was the
James,
latest issue.
Hannah,
This
I
is the
love you
latest
guys.
issue. Southern Hospitality, February 2022.
Well, that one latest, but yeah, it's
So, but I mean, this is from February 2022, Herbage. And look, right here. Here it is. There's James right there. He's got his own article inside
James
Herbage.
Bridge was gracious enough to let me.
You know, with VETMAPS talking about it, man. It's definitely something to definitely check
Thank you
out,
guys.
dude.
I'm
Like,
indebted to you
for what's going on. I mean, with everything that's been done.
This stories of every throughout the United States of people overcoming shit.
Overcoming
Yeah,
shit with
and
cannabis, right?
all cannabis.
With
stories.
using cannabis,
Story
right?
after story
And this
after
is one of the
story.
things, guys. This is one
Yeah.
of the things that we continue
actual
telling you guys
stories.
is how cannabis is saving lives.
It's not all advertisement.
You know,
stories.
it's
about-
stories of people who have used cannabis
yes.
and it saved their lives, man. And that's one of the biggest things, right?
I'm
And
here.
it's understandable, man. And so, and this is what I try to tell you guys about, right? I mean, you guys didn't get to know. Why don't you tell people a little bit? You spent time in the army, right?
I did.
How long were you in the army for?
I was in the army about 3 years.
3 years.
I ended up going to Port Linwood, Missouri in the wintertime. It was a cold son of a bitch. 1984, 85. Holy shit. If you were there that winter, you know how cold it was. I pulled us out of the field because of frostbite. But anyways, we combat engineer. I had started drinking because drinking is what you did in the
That's
military.
what you do in the military.
Yeah.
Everybody drinks.
Yeah, you couldn't do the other. And I was actually 21 when I joined. And after I did basic and IT, I get over to where I was stationed, duty station. I got to go to Hawaii. Yes, Hawaii.
Yeah.
And it was in peacetime, so I didn't go to war, guys.
I spent 3 years over there. I know, in K Bay.
Yeah, I mean, I've had my family history. My dad's war, brother John, my son.
Everybody,
Brendan.
everybody's been in the
I was the
military.
only. Mine was the only time peacetime,
Oh,
and
right.
we were trained to go to war. But our whole deal was we drank and we drank and we drank. We're a bunch of alcoholics because that's all we could do was drink.
No, absolutely. You
And
guys
then-
know. You guys know.
Yeah, anybody out there military watch? Yeah.
You guys know.
My-
That's
my
all you do
room-
every weekend, right?
Oh, my room was the party room. My room, literally, because I was 21 and the pub was downstairs, I was a party room. And, you know, they were like, has the law just changed to where you couldn't drink anymore under 21. It's like, you're a soldier, you're 18. You can't even drink a beer. And it was like, it was hard for us to concept. I mean, it just changed. So my room was a party room. Everybody come up. Yes, I gave Norman nod. I don't want to get busted. But
I gave a lot of mine. It's my
anyways, we had a really good time in our barracks, and yeah, I was full blown alcoholic, and then I actually went through treatment in the military, alcoholism, and sobered up, and did like, I mean, I was in the field all the time, not all the time, but in the field a lot and out. And you know how we do our shit. You know, sometimes you stay up 24 hours, sometimes you stay up longer.
Yeah.
And you're working in the field, digging tank ditches and going back to your foxhole and whatever. And I used to take a bottle out to the field. Well, we had heavy equipment, man.
Right.
I got a scraper. There's all kinds of room to put bottles.
Right.
So we're out there just fucked up in our foxholes.
Drunk as shit.
Oh God,
you guys remember that?
But I guarantee you, if you try to, wartime, we'd fuck you up. I promise you.
Right.
It wouldn't be that way. I guarantee you, we were trained. We're tough fuckers.
Yeah.
But I always had to, you said Marine Corps. I had to go over to Conneaut Bay to party with you guys because the Army didn't party quite the way I like to party. So I'd go over to the Marine Corps base and they'd be at the fucking, they have the pictures going 1, 2, 3. And fucking slam, I'd be looking at them going, you guys are pussies. I was the drinker. And they'd be giving me shit. But they invited me in, they accepted me over there. And it was cool to be away from the base, Army base. But anyways, that's here nor there. But I got to where my dad got sick and I tried to get home, compassionate reassignment. And I couldn't get it because I had other siblings in the United States. It took about 8 months for them to make that decision. And when they did, it depressed me, destroyed me, and I tried to commit suicide at that time. They sent me home from the military. I went through the VA treatment center, got sober, okay? Didn't do anything from that point on. I did take a lot of anxiety drugs, stuff like that, because my heart raced. And I know a lot of you veterans out there, anxiety is horrible. Anxiety is fucking the horriblest thing. And I hope that you can find a way to get over it, because I guarantee you, I don't know if you've ever dealt with where it's fucking jumping out your chest, but it's like one of those things that paralyzes your body.
A lot of these guys that are watching this show, they deal with anxiety real bad on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? Going out in public, going out to eat, whatever the case may be. You guys deal with it on a regular basis.
They give you Prozac, they give you some Volta, they give you whatever to function and do with this instead of trying to deal with the root cause. And if you just get out of yourself. You get out of yourself with anxiety, if you find something else to do, servitude, something, if you get out of yourself and not think about yourself and the anxiety, my heart's racing, and you can focus on something else, whether it be meditation, whatever. I mean, stuff really works. I took a Sandy Patty album and I wore that thing out just meditating, but when I did, my heart calmed down and I wasn't racing. But
and that's a big thing, is understanding meditation as well, dude.
Panic is,
like trying to understand how to meditate and how to do you guys know, I had Trey on the show not too long ago from Bloom Cannabis, and he's been through a lot of shit too. Like, I mean, he's newly divorced, but he's like, I've been finding plant medicine to help, right? To help treat the things that he suffered from, and then he meditates. It's like meditation. He's like, meditation has saved his life. He's like, dude, I used to be high strung but now I understand how to meditate, how to get out and spend time with yourself and figure out who you are.
Yeah.
Right. That's the big struggle we have as veterans, dude, is that we don't know who the fuck we really are ourselves, right?
Well, I'm hoping this also VETMAPS will have rooms where people can get in there and just say, hey, how's things going? Because I know it'll have 24/7, but there's so much more to go in this thing. I mean, there's a lot of broad things to go. But it's all veteran based. It's going to be veteran based. It's going to be ran by veterans. When I get done with it, I hope to leave something behind that it's not for money making, but it'll hopefully sustain itself.
Help save a life.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
and people will be able to go. It'll be a central place, hopefully, for the whole nation to go to.
Right.
I mean, there'll be obviously have to be more rooms than one, but maybe it'll turn into that, or maybe everybody will develop something similar. But we're so scattered right now. You got these groups, Boot for Buds and Vet Codes, and some other groups that have spread, and I don't know what the deal is about at the top, if they just don't get along with each other, what the case is, but we all need to get together. We all need to get together for the common interests of the veteran. It ain't about who's at the top of this one or this one or this one. For me,
no,
it's
absolutely.
about veterans. Of course, I'm not owning the businesses, so they're probably saying, yeah, it's easy for you to say, but
no, absolutely, and that's one of the biggest struggles, right? Like we all know that. You guys that are on fucking Facebook and all this shit, a lot of times people butt their heads and they're like, oh, well, I don't want to work with you, or I don't want to talk with you, or I don't want to do this. And you're like, why? Like, what is it that I'm doing that you don't like? Like, what? Tell me what it is, because I want to work with you. I want to make sure that because this is bigger than me. It's bigger than my mission, right? This is bigger. Our goal is to help save a life, right? It's like I tell you guys, We got in Oklahoma. We have 27 veterans taking their life every day.
In game.
And we got 35
Help
dying
me-
from opioid addiction.
Help
every
me
day.
get them off of opioids over to
Right.
something that, I mean, right now, cannabis, they don't have a card. They can't get over it. For whatever the case may be, they don't have a license. Well, I help them get a license and then they get their card. You know, that's kind of what VETMAPS does. It helps them get their stuff, get their life together where they can have access
Where they have
cannabis
access to
legally,
medicine, right?
Legally.
Yeah.
And they don't have to say, somebody walking in the door, hey, can you get me something in there? Because I can't. Why can't we have cards for free? Why can't you just let us, as the state of Oklahoma maybe, say, veterans, you're allowed to go to the dispensaries as long as you can prove you're a veteran for free.
Right.
We're no longer going to require you to pay any money for a card.
Right.
Yeah, we're going to help you medicate. We're going to help you.
We're gonna help you get
we
the
understand
medical
now
freedom.
that the medical that we allowed in our state really means medical, and we want to help you veterans medically by giving you your cannabis cards for free. That'd be awesome, guys.
It would be.
You know,
Absolutely,
But that's
yeah.
I mean, just give that a shout out to the people out there that might vote that in.
Right. No, absolutely. And like I said, guys, and things like this, it could happen. We just have to ensure that we have the right people helping us speak
Yeah.
to these politicians.
Well, they'll still get their tax money. We're going to go to the dispensaries, buy the tax dollars, still go back to them.
back to them, right?
Yeah,
No,
so-
absolutely.
So they're still getting a shitload of money.
No, right. And yeah, absolutely, man. And you know what I'm saying? For some of us that can't grow for shit, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You go to the dispensary and go get your medicine.
Yeah, they
right?
make it sound, well, you can go grow. Yeah, grow. Let's say you get lights, you need
Lights,
water,
water,
you need, then you got to make sure you can keep your
fucking-
electricity bill on.
Right.
You got to make sure you got to make sure so much shit, it's got to be right. Then they make it sound so easy. A lot of people can't grow. You may be living in a one-bedroom apartment.
Right.
What are you going to grow? One plant that lasts you 3 days?
Right.
Come
You
on.
know what I'm saying? And
They got to be more realistic about
No,
it.
absolutely. And that's
the
one of the
con-
things that we have to ensure is that we're advocating, right? We're advocating to get out
I
there.
hope this does it. I
And no,
hope
absolutely.
it
And,
starts.
and then, like I tell you guys on a weekly basis, I'm always bringing on another somebody in the cannabis, doing something in the cannabis industry to help us as veterans get our medicine, right?
Yep.
With this app, with this program that you're creating.
It's still,
dude.
it's still in the process. I've still got a little ways to go. But
No,
yeah.
but I mean, you have
will
a
be
great dream.
It will be a website, yes.
You have a great
app
you have a
for
great dream of what it could do, because this is not just for Oklahoma.
No, that's
When you can get all the states, when you can get somebody, because there's veterans in every state that are advocates in cannabis, you can say, "Hey, dude, let me put your state. Who do you have? Let me add him to this.
Yeah, I agree.
Let me add him to this website.
Well, but from the show, maybe we'll get them.
We'll get
They'll
more
contact
people.
you,
Right?
contact you,
Right.
contact me.
Well, I'll have James. I'll have all of James's information in the description box.
There
dude.
it goes.
So however you listen to this show, if you're on YouTube, it'll be in the description box below. If it's on Spotify, iTunes, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Amazon, Google,
Wow.
however you listen, it's going to be in the description. You can look on there, and I'll have the hyperlinks to every way you can get a hold of this guy. So you can make contact with him and say, "Hey, dude, I am in Iowa. I'm in freaking North Dakota. I'm wherever."
And if I'm busy, it's me and Wendy, so we will answer. We just take a second to get back with you. But yeah, this is for every veteran in the United States. You know, I can't get your cards outside Oklahoma, obviously.
But I can help you
maybe we can start. I mean, somehow
We can start working with other organizations, but we don't know of your organizations in your state.
Right. until
But
you
let
guys-
us know so that we can work with them.
Right.
You know, if they need funding, we know where to send the funding to say, "Hey, you got money in that account. You need to ensure that you're using it." It's for veterans to get
Yeah.
their
Right
card.
now, a Better Bloom, as of this date, and I guess today's what the date? 13th.
Yeah.
We got lost in the day. Anyways, this won't air for a couple weeks, but Better Bloom as of right now is $600+ for veterans to get their cards. Once you call me or call him, he'll call me. I'll call Better Bloom and you'll get your card flat out.
Absolutely, which is great. Which
Then as funds come, I'm going to get you more cards, and it won't always be with Better Bloom. I'll use, I'm going to try to be fair about this because there's so many veterans. It's enough to go around for everybody. So, anyways, please feel free to contact. Have a good day. Or-
absolutely. No, no.
Not a good day, but
No, but no, it's great, and it's true though. It's true, guys. This is what it's about. Is
Oh my
supporting
God.
each other, right? Regardless of what group you're with, what organizations you're working with, or whatever. We have to come together and help each other. Because, like I said, I got Brian Talley. I was talking to Brian Talley. He fought the VA against medical malpractice and had that lifted. So now the VA has to tell you this is a contracted doctor. They have to break it down, but it wasn't because until Brian Talley wrote a bill and passed it through Congress, and now the VA is held accountable for medical malpractice.
wow.
Right? But it took him a lot of work. He didn't know. He's like, I don't know how to write a bill. I don't know any of this.
And unfortunately, it's us that it happens to one of us, and then after it happens, it's like fuckers, and then they don't listen to you. It's like, okay. And if you have enough advocate and you're pissed off enough, like I am, then you start doing something because you're like, I don't want to lose any more friends.
I don't want to lose any more.
I'm tired. I'm tired of seeing people die. I really am. I'm tired of hearing that another medic from another platoon that was in Iraq took his life, third one from that company, and prevent 22.
Right.
Come on now.
And that's
we can prevent this stuff. We can prevent it. I mean, not all of it, obviously. We could slow it down, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we are supposed to be doing, is helping each other grow our communities around us and allowing us to save a life.
Right? And there's a lot of support out there. I mean,
there is.
My website, my Facebook page, I get friends all the time, and everybody's, really likes what we're doing because they know. A lot of people out there have been affected by one way or another of a dad who had PTSD or,
right.
However the case may be, military veteran families that go through this shit,
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not all families, but a lot of them go through this.
And that's my biggest thing. You guys know that's my biggest thing, is trying to help break the stigma, right?
Yeah.
My dad's an Afghan war veteran, combat vet, and he suffers PTSD very badly. And I said, you need to smoke. You need a good indica blend, CBD indica blend, and you need to smoke. He's like, no. I said, why? Because the government told you it was bad? He's like, yeah. I was like, you got to get that shit out of your head.
Yeah.
I was like, the government is not good for us. The government regulates us. They do not. They tell you it's bad because they can't make money off of it.
Right now, I'm scared of that stuff. And I'm figuring out a way to, okay. But all I say is, for veterans, they got to find a way to make it affordable for them.
Right, absolutely.
No longer do we have to just be force-fed because
Opioids,
it's free.
Right?
Well, whether it be Seroquel or any of the others, I mean, it's not opioid, but I guarantee you, 400 milligrams Seroquel, I'm asleep for fucking 16 hours, dude.
Right.
I've been busted public intoxication for taking 2 of them. I went down my mailbox and never made it back home walking. Okay. Fucking PI, 2 of them. So, yeah, I know all about Seroquel and Trazodone and a few others.
All the other shit.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Absolutely.
And I think it'd be safe to say that of those in THC or cannabis, I mean, you can see for yourself, there's a no-brainer.
Absolutely,
it's cannabis, man.
Absolutely, brother. Well, we're getting close to the end of the show, man. How do you want to send these guys off? What do you want to tell them? How do you want to let them go?
Actually, there's quite a few events going on. Exotic Cannabis, 420. I'll be there with them, hanging out, doing a little bit there, having a good time. And then Stillhouse Shake, I just got done coming from them down here at Center Road, right around the corner from it.
Yeah.
We were going to have an event out here, apparently. No shit.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're going to have an event out here, Stillhouse Shake. I'm not sure when, but the owner said, I'd love to have you. And he said, and that was just when I went up there to buy an ounce before I got here. We had to talk. We had a good talk. But that's real receptive. People are real receptive. And the last tribe we had was very successful. Let us bar dispensaries, inviting us back 3 months from now. We did 27 cards, over 22,000 sales for them on a Saturday. And like I said, I don't want anything of anything. All I want is veterans to get their cards. If we can do that, guys, I'm fucking happy as shit.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. This is a great dude. This has been a great interview. This is a great time to actually, like I said, to bring a brother on and hang out and just enjoy time. This is my counseling session. This is my time to get crap off of my chest. And
Your
just
dog
talk.
takes a show like that?
No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't even have mine.
Is it a Social Security number, all that shit?
Yeah.
Did yours have that?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I heard they started.
They changed it. They give them like DOD numbers. Or
Yeah, I
something.
heard something like that. I was
I
like,
don't know.
Okay,
No, mine
man.
has my social and everything on it. Yeah. Mine
Okay, I
has
was
my
just
social.
scared.
So, but
This was 84, so.
No, mine still has it. Mine was in 01 when I went in. So it was
Yeah, I got a couple years on it.
Yeah.
Birthday's coming up May 1st.
Uh-oh. Yeah, Friday's dude, birthday. Look at that, man.
You gotta have fun.
But this is what it's about, guys. This is what it's about, is coming together and getting stuff off your chest, right? You need to find a time. You need to find an outlet. You need to find a way to medicate, regardless if it's meditating, using plant medicine, or whatever. You guys have got to figure it out yourself, because it's like I told Brian Talley, I said, the only people that are going to help us are our own people. Nobody else is going to help us.
It's a coalition.
It is.
And the thing is it's information. It's just informing people and letting them, because right now they think this drug here is associated with wild ass partying, and it is.
It
and
can
it,
be,
and it
yeah.
can be. But the thing is that it also is a medication for us people, us veterans, okay? It's a medication for us. So when you think that way about stigma, remember you're messing around with our lives when you're worried about the concept of perception that you had of whatever it is. You had a bad experience or
Right.
whatever the hell it was back in the 50s when they scared the fuck out of you.
Right.
You know, it's not that bad.
It's not, guys.
that
It's
bad.
not. But if you guys want more information and you're wondering more about it, reach out to me. You guys got my Facebook page. You guys got my YouTube channel. Reach out to me. Let me know. Right. I'll have, like I said, I'll have all of James's description in the description box below. How to reach out to him, how to ask him questions, or whatever you want to know about what he's doing. Work with him. Maybe he can get you a state in this app that he's doing, so that other veterans in your area can be like, oh shit, I didn't know they were there, or I didn't know this, or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But get together so we can grow our community to break the stigma, guys. Like I tell you guys every week, man, you guys are so important to us. You're important to me. Don't ever feel like you need to take your life because it's not worth it, dude. There's a reason why you're still here. Nobody else in this world can do exactly what you're doing. Continue fighting the fight. If you get to that slump to where you feel like you can't do it anymore, reach out to us. There's, like I said, there's thousands of veteran communities out there, dude.
Even with this down, there's 24/7 suicide rooms, and or if there's not, jump in one of those groups I just said, like Boots for Buds or Vet Coach. Jump in one of those groups. I don't know about other ones, or I'd plug them too, but jump in a group that will save your life. There's people, all over the place that you get in there and you say, hey, I need you. They got rooms open all the time. You probably, if you're in any of those groups.
Yeah.
Okay, they got rooms open.
All the time.
You're in Boots for Buds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in the room. There's
rooms
open.
all the time. There's rooms
Yeah.
open all the time to talk,
Yeah.
just to hang out, right?
Yep,
And
and
a lot of times
exactly-
you guys won't even realize that these people live down the street from you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Look at this guy. I've lived over here in Midwest City. It's not far from
It's not
where
far,
he
a
lives.
couple minutes, 20
Yeah,
minutes. You
yeah,
know what
20
I'm saying?
minutes.
That's not bad. It's 20 minutes.
minutes.
And this is what we do. We come together and we help each other, and we help each other grow, man. Like I said, guys, I appreciate you hanging out with me on this day. Like I said, when you guys check this episode, man, like I said, give me a like, subscribe, and share on my YouTube channel. Let's grow that channel. It's your channel.
Let's grow.
It's
let's
your
go.
channel. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a 5-star review on Spotify, iTunes, wherever else you listen to this.
I hope I didn't hurt him on this interview.
No, not at all, man.
Took his ratings down.
No way. But absolutely,
Okay.
man. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us today. Hopefully this was very informative. Go check out VETMAPS, dude. He's got some great things coming.
Guys,
You got to check it out. Support.
I'm trying.
We have
I'm
to
trying
support
do
each
what I
other,
can
man.
do. I'm 59. I need some younger people, younger blood.
You guys, he's going to need some people to come help with this app for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you guys hanging out with us today, man. Remember, guys, here at the Stone Vet, we got you sick.
Enemies trying to do me some harm. I fight for your freedom of speech and your right to bear arms. When I say I got your six, that means I got your back. But what else would you expect coming from the Stone Vet? 1, 2, 3, 4 for my country. I go hardcore. Army, Navy.